World here for an update video, because you may have noticed today that they released a new update for Minecraft on Xbox One, Windows 10, PlayStation 4, Java, and mobile devices. And yeah, so first of all, you've probably heard of this if you've been watching any Minecraft, like, at all in the past few months. It's netherite. So first off, you find ancient debris in the nether, you cook it up in a furnace like this, you can use any fuel, and then you can use it to craft netherite ingots, like so. You put 4 gold in the crafting table and 4 netherite scraps in any order you like, and you reap the rewards of the netherite. What do you do with netherite, you might ask? Well, you can't craft any of the tools with it normally, but what you do instead is, yeah, you don't do that. You use the smithing table. You've probably seen it before. You've probably been wondering what it does. Well, now it actually has a use. And that use is to upgrade diamond gear into netherite. And also, they've added some new enchantments. Curse of Binding makes it so that you can't take the armor off in survival mode until it either breaks or you die. And Curse of Vanishing makes it so that when you die and keep inventory is not on, then it'll disappear instantly instead of, like, taking 5 minutes. Oh, oops, did I drop that? So yeah, there's new curses, and there's also a new enchantment called Soul Speed, which makes you run faster on soul sand and soul soil, which is another new block. That's basically similar to soul sand, but it doesn't slow you down. Also notice how it has new cool sounds. And yeah, that's how you get netherite. It's pretty rare, and I'm also not gonna wear the chestplate because I want to keep the golden chestplate on. Also, you'll notice how my skin has a mask on now. And yeah, so first off, of the other new blocks, you've got Basalt, which generates kind of like this in the nether. They're called, like, basalt pillars or something, and you can actually make it by having lava flow on top of soul sand and next to blue ice like this. And yeah, you can make a basalt generator. You can also polish it with a stone cutter or other means, and it looks like this. And you can also rotate it, but it just generates like that, but you can rotate it like you would with logs. And also another new block that'll be spawning in the nether in little patches is Basalt, or Blackstone. Blackstone is actually really neat because it's basically the nether equivalent of stone. You can use it to make stone tools, and you can also use it to make polished blackstone bricks, cracked polished blackstone bricks, chiseled polished blackstone bricks, polished blackstone button, polished blackstone pressure plate. They act like the stone button and pressure plates. Slabs, stairs, and walls of blackstone, polished, and bricks. And also, another thing is, walls will look like this now when placed on top of each other. They'll basically be like vertical slabs somewhat. And yeah, it's pretty neat. I'll get to that new red wall as well later. It's a new block that you can only get with /give. Chains, which can be crafted with iron nuggets and iron ingots. Nether bricks have a new texture to match with the chiseled and cracked nether bricks. Warped, you can use bone meal on the new warped and crimson nilium. You need silk touch to get them. And you can get, warped and crimson roots, nether sprouts, and fungi, which can be bone mealed to get 2 new types of wood, which can be used to make all of these. And then there's also weeping vines, which grow down, and twisting vines, which grow up. And you can also bone meal them. So you'll see how I'm at the top of it right now. You can bone meal it. And also, this makes for a pretty good farm for any of these blocks. You can, like, break it and then bone meal. So yeah, if you have a steady supply of bone meal. They also added new mobs, hoglins, which turn into Zoglins in the overworld, which are basically killing machines. They attack everything apart from creepers and Zoglins. And yeah, Hoglins by themselves, they drop pork and sometimes leather, so they're a source of food in the Nether. Speaking of the Nether, another new mob is the Piglin. You've probably seen it. He's the reason why they changed the zombie pigman. They renamed and retextured the zombie pigman into a zombie piglin. Yeah, they can barter. You toss them gold ingots, and they'll give you an item, but you have to wear gold armor or else they'll attack you. So you see how I'm wearing gold armor. Even though I'm in creative mode, if I was in survival mode, he wouldn't attack me. I'm going to go to the Nether to show you what he looks like. And yeah, they can give off crying. They can sometimes give crying obsidian, which you can also get from a new structure called ruined portals that you might find. And it can be crafted to make a respawn anchor, which you can charge with glowstone blocks, and it'll let you respawn in the Nether. Why is it taking so long to put me in the Nether? So yeah, respawn anchor.
Press open chat to open chat.
To charge with glowstone blocks like this, and you'll see how there's a little display on how charged it is. Each time you respawn in the Nether, it loses a charge, and it looks pretty neat actually. I kind of like it. This is a bastion, which is where piglins and hoglins can also spawn. Speaking of piglin, here he is. If I get some gold, you can either just barter, like press that button, or press the use button if you're not. The honey is just to keep him in place. If you're not on mobile, then you can just press your use button. And yeah, he gave me some ender pearls. This makes gravel renewable for the first time, because he can give you gravel. Also, there's a new nether ore, along with the ancient debris. There's one more variant of blackstone I didn't show you.
You have been teleported to 136.50. 33.
When the thing loads, I'll show you. It's pretty rare, actually. It's called Gilded Blackstone. It's a Blackstone variant. If I maybe just go into loaded chunks, because Bedrock is not good with chunks, but hey, what do you know? Yeah, occasionally you'll find Gilded Blackstone, which has a chance of dropping gold nuggets. So yeah, this is what the Bastion looks like. It usually spawns piglins. I turned off mob spawning though, so it doesn't. Just so I wouldn't get annoyed by slimes and the like. But yeah, it's pretty complicated and cool, and if you want to barter with piglins, or if you want blackstone of any sort, you're probably going to want to go here. And they also spawn chests here, which is also nice. You can soul speed. Soul speed and the curses are what are called treasure enchantments. You've probably heard of it. They can't be applied with an enchanting table, but
you have been teleported to 9.50, 41.00, 7.50.
Okay, yeah, let's just wait for this stupid terrain to load. Hello. I'd like to, I forgot to show you what was in the barrel. Okay, whatever. Okay, why is this not loading? Why does it always take forever to load terrain? Oh, there we go. Just had to. Okay, sweet. So yeah, there were some items.
You have been teleported to 136.50, 33.00, 157.50. Colon teleported Fez Emerald to 136.50.
You're gonna have to go to parts that you haven't explored yet, because yeah. So there's a new banner pattern, which can be combined in the loom with. I'm so unprepared. I should have prepared more, but if I grab a banner and a dye, say magenta dye, and you put all these together, then you get a snout. It's a pretty interesting design, I'd say. More banner designs, I guess. So yeah, that's the...
You have been teleported to 9.50, 41.0. Press open chat to open chat.
There's a new block called the Lodestone, which is crafted with a netherite ingot and chiseled stone bricks, and you can use it to change where compasses point, and you'll also have the compass be all shiny and cool and stuff. So now the compass will always point there unless you break the block, and it just gets confused. A new quartz block, quartz bricks. Another new quartz thing is that they've finally changed smooth quartz, because for the longest time it's always had that weird regular quartz texture, but now on all sides, like the tile texture on all sides, on the bottom and top and all that. But now the regular quartz is basically what the smooth quartz was before, and the smooth quartz is now like looking all nice. You can see it. Soul sand and soul soil can be used to craft new fiery blocks. So soul torches are crafted with coal, sticks, and soul sand or soil. Soul lanterns are crafted with soul torches and iron nuggets. Soul campfires are crafted the same way as campfires, but instead of the coal, it's soul sand or soil. And then soul fire is just regular fire, but lit on soul sand or soul soil. Another new block, which has nothing to do with the nether. Oh, I forgot to discuss this pretty sick disc called Pigstep. It's pretty nice. You can actually craft this target block, which is crafted with hay bales and redstone dust, and depending on how close to the bullseye you shoot it, it gives off a stronger signal. So you see how if I give it close, like almost a bullseye, then it shoots off that firework. Eggs and snowballs and crossbows as well. Yeah, it's pretty neat. It's extra useful if, say, I don't know, you want to have wireless redstone with maybe a dispenser and an arrow or snowball or whatever. In other news, beacon beams can now have their colors changed, like mix with stained glass. This has previously been a Java exclusive, but now they've made it available for everyone. So you can see how it's like lighter green and then darker green, and then it's almost black green in there. Conduits will now give you conduit power, their little power effect, even in rain. So when it's raining, you'll see how I've got the little effect. Again, another Java exclusive that's been ported. Saplings also have a chance to grow a bee nest when grown within 2 blocks of a flower. Fence gates and pumpkins now no longer need support to be placed. They can just be placed in midair. It's kind of annoying. I know that on the Java edition you can do the same, but with beds, so if they could add that to Bedrock, that would be nice. You can now undye cauldrons, or not cauldrons, shulkers, with cauldrons, like such, and so, and like that, if you want to get rid of the color and you want that default purple color. You can now make an easy source of Podzol by just doing the following. Just place 4 spruce saplings like that and let it grow, either with bone meal or otherwise, like just leaving it for a bit. And yeah, they've also added some new blocks, jigsaws, which
you have been given
really
jigsaw block in, 1. Jigsaw gave jigsaw block 1.
They're only really used in for the more technical players, but I'm sure like someone out there can figure them out, because I sure can't. They're mainly used in structure generating, so that like they can set a certain mob or something, or a certain part of the structure.
You have been given allow
blocks,
1.
which are actually
Allow.
really neat. If I, like, just get some grass blocks, and then, because these allow and deny blocks were only in Education Edition, but now they're available
You have been
for
given
everyone.
deny 1.
You
Deny.
just need, the proper commands for all of these. So here's the commands. Pause,
Command.
if you want to read them.
Command.
And that border block is the red wall that I showed off. So these blocks are interesting. If I switch my game mode to survival, then no matter what, I can't place anything on this. You see, and then I can still place them wherever else. But if I switch to adventure mode, which is kind of known for you not being able to place anything unless you have a proper item tag, see how I'm really trying to place the block? Well, allow, obviously, allows that. And, yeah. If you stack two on top of each other, then the highest one is prioritized. And it also doesn't go below, it only goes above. Unlike this, this other block called the border block. So yeah, these are useful for map makers. And the border block is also useful because it creates an invisible... You have been given border 1. It's basically creates an invisible border up to world height. And, yeah, they look like this. Pretty cool. So you can't break above or below it. You can't try to break the borders themselves. You can't climb. The only real way to get past them is to Ender Pearl, or to use a /TP command, but if you have the permissions to use /TP, then you probably have the permissions to just switch to creative mode and fly over it. But you see how in creative mode I'm just able to fly over it like that? Well, I'm just gonna grab a random block. This Netherworld block is really ugly, but it's renewable now. Like, easily renewable, and you can compost all the nether plants now. See how I can't at all? Like, yeah. And, final thing, I'm just gonna show you the new mobs in the overworld and zombify them for you. Because that's a thing that happens. They start to shiver and shake, and eventually he'll become a zombie piglin and a zoglin, which, like I said, attacks everything and anything. So if you just give them a few minutes, then he'll begin to attack. But then he's a zombie now. Oh, I must have a texture pack on that changes them. But yeah, if you're playing, then they'll use a different model. But yeah, that's everything, I think. So yeah, hope you all enjoyed this video. I had an alright time making it. So yeah, see you all later for Behind the Pixels, which is actually tomorrow.